The TRI-CAP Mudslinger is coming Sunday, November 12th. What a challenging event it is. However, if you're kind of a slight runner or walker, there's also a 6K associated with it. It's a half marathon, but it's also a 6K as well. Joining me in the studio from TRI-CAP, we have with us Susan Reicherd. Susan is the Director of Administration for TRI-CAP. Yes. We also have Molly Wuchner, who is the Head Start Assistant Director, which is part of TRI-CAP. One of the multiple things that TRI-CAP does. We have a fundraising event called the Mudslinger, which now is in your 5th year, right?
That's absolutely right.
Susan, let's talk about how does TRI-CAP and why does TRI-CAP need that money?
Well, there's a number of reasons. TRI-CAP helps people in the community who need assistance, and also we try and build those families up to be able to support themselves in the future. Kind of a hand out, we're a hand up kind of idea. And most of our grants, we have a lot of large federal grants, and a lot of them require a match. So we, in order to get those grants in our community, have to provide a match. And so this is part of what we do, to just raise funds and or in kind that people give to TRI-CAP, hours, donations of items, to help us meet that match so that we can have those grants and provide the programs in the community.
And Molly, the Head Start program, which is just one of, I don't know, I'd say 20 different things that TRI-CAP does.
There are.
What is the Head Start program?
We are a preschool program for children ages 3, 4, and 5.
Okay.
Simply put.
That's the easiest way to put it. So, okay,
yes.
but that's an extremely good program and very important for the community.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, now we are raising money different ways for TRI-CAP, but this Mudslinger is a unique event because it is a half marathon through the Ferdinand State Forest.
Right.
But it's awfully late in the year. Is that on purpose?
It is. We kind of try and get it away from the typical running season, I guess, in a way. And also kind of just to highlight, you know, that time of year. It's a little different, a little harder, a little challenging. It's cooler out. That's nice for our runners.
Right.
So.
Okay, so those that are running the Mudslinger need to be a little more of a serious runner, right?
They do, for the half marathon, definitely.
The half marathon part, right. And we'll talk about the 6K, which you've done in a minute. But the half marathon is through the woods.
It's through the woods. There's tree roots, there's mud, there's water, depending on how much rain we've had, or snow. Hopefully not by then, but one year we had it the week before, fortunately not during the event.
Well, it could happen this year. The weather's been odd.
It has been. So it's really challenging. The leaves get wet and slippery. There's, you know, a number of obstacles, but it's a challenge, but it's awfully fun from what I've heard from a lot of folks who participate.
So if you're a half marathoner, this is one that you really need to put on your bucket list, because this is quite an accomplishment to just run in the Mudslinger.
It is. It is.
Now, for those who are not half marathoners, there's the 6K, and Molly, you've run in that.
I have every year, but the first year I've done, and like Susan said, it's challenging. It's through the woods. It's on a trail. There's ravines and little rivers, down trees. I remember going over trees, under trees.
It's pretty exciting. Now, it's a 6K, which in itself is a little bit unusual. Most are 5Ks, so you have a half marathon and a 6K. People can enter either one.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
What if you're a walker? The Ferdinand Forest is a great place to walk as well.
Beautiful.
What if you are a walker? Are you allowed to do that?
Yes, the 6K you're definitely allowed to walk. The half marathon, we prefer that you run at least half of that. So really you need to have trained if you're going to do the half marathon.
Okay.
But the 6K, definitely, you can walk the whole way.
And you have quite a few people who do walk it.
Oh, yes.
Just to be able to support TRI-CAP, and it's a great walk.
Oh, and it's beautiful out there. It really is.
we do want to point out strollers are not a good idea.
Right. Strollers are not a good idea because of the terrain. Now, I suppose if you wanted to bring a stroller, it does start out on the road, but you'd have to turn around and come back once the trail leads off into the forest. So.
Now, obviously, with all these, you're trying to get people to register in advance. Let's talk a little bit about the registration.
Okay.
To register, you do what? Where do you go?
There's a few ways you can. You can either pick up a registration form at our office. We have them in a few locations around town. You might see them out as well. Or go to our website, which is TRI-CAP.net, TRI-CAP.net.
Okay.
And you can find the registration there as well.
Okay. Or if you're a serious runner, I'm sure that you're in tune with the websites or the running websites that there are. I'm sure that there's a link there.
Right, right.
Where do your runners come from?
It is amazing. They come from a little bit of everywhere. We have them in the same state, other states.
Trail runs in itself are pretty unique. So
Okay.
people sometimes will seek out trail runs. So I think we've had them Ohio
Oh, yes.
Wow.
before. I mean,
Yeah.
out of state.
Yes, we had from Arizona before too. No, it was family visiting.
Sure,
but hey,
yeah,
it
but that's a
works.
great time to visit. Well, the thing is, it's like you said, a trail run. I never thought about it, referring to it. Really, it is a trail run.
It is a trail
The
run.
Mudslinger is a different kind of run, and it's something that should be fun for that reason. Or just walking the 6K if you want to do.
Right.
What does it cost to register?
For the 6K is $30, and for the half marathon is $50.
Okay.
Okay.
And then does everybody that run gets a T-shirt?
Everybody that runs gets not just a t-shirt. We usually have some sort of technical running shirt, so it's not made out of the t-shirt material, and it's always long sleeved, and it's always a little special, and it has the Mudslinger logo, which kind of looks like a splot of mud. It's kind of interesting. It's fun.
And registration either ended October 13th, or we're about approaching that date, but I think it's
Yes.
mostly going to be passed by the time some people watch this.
Right.
So you can still register online, and you ask that they
Yes.
do that. You just cannot guarantee a shirt after October 13th. Is that right?
Absolutely. After October 13th, it does go up by $5 for each registration. And if you wait until the day of the race, it's $5 more on top of that. So definitely register if you are able by Friday the 13th. If you're not, we certainly welcome your registrations. It's just going to cost you $5 more.
Okay.
And then the day of the race is just even a little more expensive. And mainly that's because we try and gauge how many shirts we need, that sort of thing. Also, if you register by the 13th, you're guaranteed a shirt. We always order extra. So chances are after the 13th, you'll still get a shirt, but we can't guarantee it at that point.
And it is being held at the Ferdinand State Forest.
Mm-hmm.
So if you come into the Ferdinand State Forest, there is no gate fee.
Nope.
So you just come, but you got to go to the very end of the Ferdinand State Forest, down by the ranger station, what used to be the youth camp area
Yes.
below the dam. That's where it all starts and ends.
That is correct.
When it's done, the runners get awards, prizes, things like that, but they also get fed.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Food is always good. Yes, we have hot dogs and chili, as well as hot chocolate, coffee, Gatorade, water, those kinds of things for all our participants.
I didn't ask this, but what time does it start?
Starts at 10 a.m. and
Okay.
registration starts at 9 a.m. And particularly if you're not registering until that day, you really need to get there by 9 a.m. And we don't have any early packet pickup, so come early on that morning just so you're ready to go.
Anything that you'd like to add, just get people to run?
It's unique and it's
Yeah.
fun. It's challenging and
Yeah, we
It's a good morning.
usually we do have I guess I didn't mention that, but we do have awards in both male and female in both races in several age categories. And I haven't seen them yet, but every year we have the Southern Indiana Wolf Pack helps us with the actual run. I'm not a runner, so they help set up the course and they help with the prizes and the timing and that sort of thing. They always come up with something really unique. There's been slices of tree that we've engraved. They've had runners made out of wood that were machined. They've had rocks
I
that were
think last year
painted.
was a rock,
Yes,
right?
last year was. We always try and come up with something a little different, not just a medal
Right.
that you wear. So it's
Which is really,
fun.
the whole thing is unique. Just the idea, the time of year, whether you do the half marathon or the 6K.
Of course, it's always right around election time. Maybe that's why it's a mudslinger.
That could be.
Maybe.
So if they want more information, obviously they can call TRI-CAP.
Right.
Okay. Or they should go to your website, which is TRI-CAP, TRI-CAP TRI-CAP.net.
Yes.
Okay, or check the
Yes.
runners' websites and you'll find it there. Okay, or-
Active.com has
okay.
is the one where we do the registrations through. So that's another one.
Well, very good. Ladies, thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
We'll see you
Appreciate it.
on Sunday morning, November 12th, at the TRI-CAP Mudslinger. We have had as our guest Susan Reicherd. She is the Director of Administration at TRI-CAP, and Molly Wuchner. She is the Head Start Assistant Director. So help out TRI-CAP by being a walker or a runner, or you can also just show up to support the folks that are out there. Thank you, ladies, for being in. Thank you for watching WJTS. We're local people watching local people.